Hello guys, welcome to the channel. So in today's session, you will learn how to fetch the data dynamically from the database and to print in the JSP. So first, we have created three categories in the index.jsp, see dog, cat, and birds. So for this, we have to create separate JSPs. So I have created dog.jsp, cat.jsp, and bird.jsp. On clicking dog, it should go to the dog.jsp. So I'm going to create dog.jsp now. Since in this project, I have taken three categories, dog, cat, and bird. So I'm going to create three separate JSPs for dog, cat, and bird. Okay. First, let me finish dog.jsp. In the similar way, we can do the coding for cat and bird. So first, here, so I have passed the parameter also along with the JSP. So this is nothing but on clicking dog, it should go to the dog.jsp by taking the parameter animal. So this is called as the parameter name, and this is called as a parameter value. So this parameter name is same for all the JSP, but the value differs. You can see here, parameter value for the dog is dog, cat I have passed as cat, and birds I have passed for bird. So that I can fetch, whenever I go to this dog.jsp, I can fetch only the dog related items. Okay. When I go to the cat.jsp, I can fetch only the cat related items. And for the bird, I can fetch only the bird related items. Okay, let me design dog.jsp now. So first we'll add Bootstrap and font awesome. Links I'm going to add. So two links I have added. So let me add in all the JSPs. Okay. I will remove this hello world. So first step is adding the CSS files. Now let me add the header and footer for all the JSPs. Inside the body, I will add header.jsp and footer.jsp. This is the first step. Okay. Next, okay, let me check whether it is working now. Yeah, I'm clicking on dog now. See, you can see down below, you can see the URL dog.jsp question mark animal is equal to dog it is showing. So I will click on dog. Yes. Now the JSP is visible with the header and footer. So some margins are there. So I will just remove the margins for the body margin 0. Okay, this style I'm going to add in all the three JSPs. Let me save. We'll refresh. Yes, now the header and footer is perfectly fitted. Now, so now first, let me go to the database. I have already created the products table. Okay, so this is the products table I have already created. So the column names of the product table are, see, I want the ID. There must be a unique ID for all the table. So for each product, there must be some ID, right? So for that, I have taken column name as PID of the type int, and I have made that as a primary key. Next, for the product, the main thing is the image. Image I have taken as a varchar, and product name must be there, and the cost of the product, brief description like details of the product, and the category. Category in the sense like whether it is a bird, cat, or dog like that. So this is regarding the category. So this much information is sufficient for the products table. So I've already created the table and I've already inserted the data also. So let me show how I have inserted the data. You can insert in two ways. One is by directly click on edit, type like 27. I'm just copying the same thing. Okay. This image, basic images I've taken from the Google and I have added in the image folder. We have created image folder, right? So whatever the images you need, just download from the Google and just add it under the image folder. So in the image folder, I have already added the images. So the same image name, just type it here. That's it. Then product name, let me give ABCD. For example, I'm showing that. So you can give the particular name. Cost 100 rupees. For details, some details I'll give. And category is dog. So like this, you can insert the data in the table. This is the one way of inserting, or else you can use a query also for this. Insert into table name is products. Values. You can write the values. Say one, you can insert directly like this and just copy it. Copy row values, paste it. For the first column, give 0. Just change the image name, product, all the things you just change it. Okay, and then run it. So the row will be inserted. See, so in these two ways, either of the way you can follow, you can insert the data. So manually only I have inserted for all the category 5566 data I have inserted. Okay, so this is the next step. Create a table and insert the data manually, and also add the images in the under the image folder. Okay, next. Next, we will design now. I will take a div, outer div. So I will take outer div and I will give some padding for that div. Okay. Padding some 20 px I'll give. Okay. Now next, let me write statically first, then we will convert it into dynamic. So like first we will design like how it should come, how it should look like. So we will design by using the static data, then we will make that data into dynamic. Okay. So now I have created one outer div. Next, inside that, I'm going to create two divs and I am dividing into two columns. Okay. First outer div, then inside the inner div, I am dividing into two columns. I'm using the Bootstrap grid system. So first column, for the first div, I'm giving the class like five columns I'm taking. And for the second class, I'm going to take 7 columns. So total for a row, 12 columns will be there in the grid system. So 7 plus 5 is 12. So one row is completed. Okay, I'm just dividing. So 5 for image and rest of the things I'm going to fit it inside this 7 columns. Okay, inside the first div, I'm going to create now image. So I'm going to print the image now. Source, where is the source of the image? I will use bed1.jpg. It is under image folder, right? So just write image slash bed1.jpg. Okay. This is the image. Now, so left side, I'm going to print only image, and right side, now I'm going to print other information of the product. For example, what are the other information? Image I have printed already. Name. So name I will take. So I'm going to print the name of the product inside H2 tag. Then the next information is in the paragraph I will take. Next information is cost. Cost is 500 rupees I will take. Then next, details. Details I'm going to print in the paragraph. Next is an add to cart button should be there, right? So I'm going to use a button tag for that. Button type is equal to submit. And there should be a name for the button, that is, I'll give it as add to cart only. One class I will use to design a button, that's it. The name of the button is add to cart. Okay. So this is regarding this one. For this, we will use the session condition also. Okay. Session condition is for if it is logged in, if the user is logged in, I'm going to use the session condition. If I'll copy just from here. Here we have used already. Yes. If session.get attribute of uname not equal to null, then add to cart button should be in a for format of button and type is equal to submit. Else it should go to login.jsp. So for that, I will use anchor tag. Hope you are getting this. Sorry, this is anchor tag and H reference. I'm going to use this login.jsp. If the user is logged in, so this page will be visible both in the login and logout condition, but add to cart button, the functionality of add to cart button should be workable only when the user is logged in, or else whenever they click on add to cart, it should go to the login.jsp. So this is the condition I have added. Then add to cart. Okay, we need to write a form also for this. So for form, I'm going to use outside of this only. Let me use form action. And for this form, no need to validate anything. So just we need to write the action and a method part. That's it. So action, still have not created any servlet. So we will create it. We'll create a servlet as add to cart only. Method is equal to post. So we'll create it later, this thing. So I'm just going to add the things, whatever it is required for this page. Okay. Now I think everything is ready. Form we have created, button we have created, and I've used session condition also. And I have displayed the data also. Statically I have displayed now. So first we will design it, later we'll make it dynamic. So I've saved. So let me refresh it. Yeah. Okay. See, now the data is coming. Image is there. Product name is there, product cost is there, product detail is there, residing. Okay, let me resize the image now. So for this image, I'm going to use width. Okay, let me make it in a single line first. It is coming in, it is coming down, right? Detail is coming down. So for that, I will use float left. and clear both. Okay. For this div, I have used float left and clear both. For this div also, I will use float left. Even if you don't use, also not a problem. Sorry, I think I have created for image. So give it for this div. This image width is, we will reduce the image width. Image width, I'll take it as some 50%. Yeah, 50% is fine, I guess. And some border radius also I will give. Border radius is 50% I will give. If any border is there, it will take 50%. Okay, let me add the style first. So for the outer, for the first div, float left and clear both will give. Style, float left, clear both. For the second div, float left I will give. Next, for the image also we have done a styling. So what is the styling for that? Border radius 50%. And width we have taken 50%. Okay, we'll save it. Okay, 1 second. So width we will reduce it. The image width, because it is taking so much. That's why it is not coming in a single line. Okay, let me remove this. Float left is not required for this. So we will just remove, and the image width also we will reduce to. We'll check once again. I think this is fine. And MD5 I've given, right? I will just reduce it. That much is not required. So 3 I will give. 9 I will give here. So this design, you just check it out like however you want, you can do it. Okay. Yeah, fine now. So see, the left part I have taken as a image, and the right part I have, I'm going to display the name in the H2 tag. So this is the cost. Cost, we can write dollar symbol also. So we can use the HTML code. Okay, the HTML code for that is ampersand hash 8377. So you can check it. This is for the, see, rupees 500. We have to display like that. And we can style this price also a little bit for the paragraph. Like font weight, bold we can give. And color also you can change it for that. Some orange color. Or red color, this color we'll keep it. So these two things we will give it for price. So we will take class price for this paragraph. Okay, we'll refresh and we'll check. So this is done. So normal details is, I think it is fine only. So it should be normal only. Now let me design this add to cart button. So nothing, just a simple way we will just design. How we can design, we'll check it. For this class button we have given, right? So for that, some padding we will give, padding 10 ps. Yeah, it is fine. And border radius we will give, border radius 50%, not 50. We will reduce it. Yeah, I think this much is fine. 20% will give. And background will add. Some background color we will add for that. So let it be. Yeah, I think this is fine. And color also, I'll just check white color, whether it is looking fine. Yeah. Yeah, I think this much is fine. Font weight, I'll check it. Font weight. Okay, this much is fine. So I'll just copy these things for the button. Class, I will take it as button1. And I'm going to add a styling for this button. Let me check it. Yeah. So this much designing is fine. See, image is there left side. This image, actually, this image is not proper. That's why it is not coming properly. Wait, let me check for the other image. You can check with dog eat. Let me check how it is coming. Doggy.jpg is not there. JPEG. Okay. Yes, see, for this image, it is looking good now. So just choose the proper image. Yeah, now the data is static. In the similar way, like only the one data I have printed. Now we have to print whatever the dog category, how many products are there, we have to fetch in this JSP. So for that, every time we can't write a static code, right? So we need to fetch it dynamically from the database. For that, now let me convert to dynamic now. First, after this, I will create a, for the registration 1 class, I'm going to create, use the scriptlet tag. Use the scriptlet tag. And for the registration 1 class, I am going to store the I'm just going to create an object for the registration class. And we have to pass the session object also. Yeah, it is asking for the import, just add import. I have created a object for the registration 1 class because I am going to write a method in the registration 1 class now. So that to call that method, I have created a object for the registration class. So s dot, what is the method name I'm going to use? Get product info or fetch, I'll take it. So I'll give the proper naming only so that we can easily identify. Fetch product info of the type. So fetch product info means in this table we are having all the product information, right? So that one I want to fetch. So of the type what? We are in the JSP dog.jsp. Of the type dog only we have to fetch. So that's why we need only dog information. So I'm going to use request dot get parameter. As I've already told, we have to pass the parameter also to fetch the particular category data. So I'm going to use request dot get parameter of animal. So what is this animal? Animal is the parameter name. So what is the output like? What will be stored in this request dot get parameter of animal? The dog, the value dog will be stored. So dog is passed to this method. Got it? Next. So the output of this method, I'm just going to store it in a array list. Okay. I will create an object for the array list and see, AR is the array list object. I'm going to store the output of this fetch product info method in the array list object. So array list object type we have to mention. So we will create a class product. Okay, now it is showing error. It's okay. First we will import the array list. Then we will create a product. Now two errors are there. One, still have not created this method. And also this product cannot find class product. It is showing is product.java. We have not created it. Okay. Let me create a, inside the model, I will create new class. I am going to create of the name product. Okay, product, where I can get all the, so this product.java I have created is to create a setter and getter methods, because this data I have to store it in some method and I have to retrieve it in the JSP, right? So for that I'm going to use the setter and getter methods. So that one I'm going to write it in a product.java. That's why I've created a class product.java. So now, so let me create the variables. So whatever the things I needed. So I just need ID, product ID, image, name, cost, details, all the things I need. Category is not required. So these 5 things I needed. So that's why I'm just going to create variables for all the columns, whichever I need. So next, first is ID, next image. So all the variable names, I'm taking it as a string variable only. So if anything is needed in int, you can take it as int also. Name. ID, you can take it as int also, no problem. But I have taken string only. Cost and details. Okay, I have created the variable names. First step is create a variable names of whatever the columns you needed to store the value and to get the value of the particular product. So these are the names variables. So I have just needed. I have created it. Now, how to create a setter and getter method? So you can write this statically, like manually only you can write it like a public void set ID, get ID, like that. So like that also you can do it, or you can do it like this. The right click, insert code, getter and setter. Okay, see here the product class product I've created, right? That one is there. And also the variable names, see variable names, whatever I have created is already there. So just check all those things, because for all these 5 variables, I need a setter and getter method. Click on generate. See, it came. It came, right? It came down. I'll just add it above. Yeah. See, for the ID variable, we have a getter method also and setter method also. What is the setter method? Setter method is used to store the value. See, for example, ID. First ID is 1. So this 1 is stored in the method set ID. Then what is this get ID? So this 1 we have to retrieve it, right? So to retrieve the value which is stored, we are using a getter method. So in the similar way, this is for ID. I have created for whatever the columns I needed. So I have created for image also, name also, cost also, and details also, setter and getter methods. Okay, so this must be written inside a class. So I've created a class product.java. If you want, you can write it manually only, but this is a simple way. I have just explained you. Now product class is created. So the product class is created. I think you guys have understood to write the setter and getter methods. Now let me import. See, now it is asking for add import product class. Just import it. Fine. Now one more error is that this fetch product info method still I have not get created. So go to the registration one class and write the method for the get product info. Let me start public. And the return type is not string or int. What is the return type now I'm using? So return type, I'm using the array list, right, of the type product. So similar way I have to use here also. The return type is array list of the type class product. Get it? Got it. Next, the method name I've used is, I will just copy paste the method name. And the parameter I am passing string category. Whatever I'm passing here, request.get parameter of animal, I'm just storing it in this local variable category, string category. Okay, array list it is asking for import, just import it. Now let me create an object for the array list of the type product. Okay, array list AL is the object I'm going to create of the type product. Okay, yes, I have created a array list object. So now, as I've told, just write all the logic inside the try catch. Yes, and for a method, we need a return type, return value. So this value, what I'm going to return now? I'm going to return the array list. That's why I'm going to return AL. Okay. Hope you guys have understood till here. Next. Next, we will write a query. Means we have to fetch the data from this table products, right? So for that, we have to write a query. So first, let me create a statement object. I'm just copy pasting because it is already explained. That's why. Then write a query and store the result in the result set object. So what is the query for this? Select star. I need all the data from the which table? Products table, where what is the condition for the where? Category, right? What is the column name? P underscore category. P underscore category is equal to what variable I'm passing? I have used category variable, so just pass it. Means whatever the from the JSP, whatever the category is coming, so that must be equal to this column category. So those data I'm going to fetch now. For example, now dog it is coming. So from the JSP, so the value here it is coming is dog, right? See, dog it is coming. So select star from products where P category is equal to dog will be the query for this. Okay, P category is equal to dog. Wherever P category is equal to dog is there. So all those data now I'm going to fetch. Next, all the data will be stored in the result set. Now we will retrieve one by one by using while. First we'll check while rs.next. We will check, means if data is there, we will check. If it is there, it will come inside. Now we have to store the data, right? We have to store the data one by one. That's why we have created a product.java. So for that, have a method, setter methods, right? That's why we have created setter method. First, we will create for the product class, we will create a object. Okay. I have created an object for the product class because if I want to use a setter method, I need an object for that. I have to access the method, right? So that's why I have to create an object for that. So I have created object, and by using that object, I'm going to call the setter method. So what is that? See, if you type set, it there only it is coming. See, all the 5 methods are there in the product.java, right? So all those 5 methods. So whenever you type, it will come there only the solutions. Set first is ID. You can copy paste, otherwise if suggestions are not coming, you can just copy paste. Set ID, p dot set ID. What value I am going to store now? Since all these values are string, rs dot get string of so what is the column name for the ID? P underscore ID. Yes. Okay. Star means I'm going to retrieve all the values. So by using this rs object, I'm going to retrieve the column names, comments value. So PID, first PID, I'm just taking and passing to the set ID method. Set ID, I'm passing the ID. Okay. Next, in the similar way, I will fetch all the values. Second is image I need. See, suggestions are coming. Set image, just click on enter and pass the column name. So what is the column name for that? P underscore image. Next, P dot set, what is the third one? Name. Set name. For the name, the column name is P underscore name. Next, we have cost. See, set cost is there. And the column name is cost, P underscore cost. The last is details, P underscore details. Okay. By using the object of the product class, so the column name values means whatever the values I need to print in the JSP, those values I'm just passing to the setter method of the product class. And this P object, now I'm going to add it in a array list object. Okay, see. So in the P object, now all the values are setted. So this P object, I am adding it to a AL object. AL means array list. Array list object I've created, right? So that in that AL, so all the values of the P object will be stored in this array list object, and I'm going to return that array list object. So this is the first row. First row is setted and added into a array list. Similarly, how many rows are there? It will loop for those many rows and it will be stored in the same array list object. So that array list object. So I'm going to return now. Save it. Come back to the JSP. See, error went. The return type is what I've used is array list. So the whatever the array list we have sent, where means we have returned. So I'm going to store it in this AR object of the type array list. Now we have to use a iterator concept to retrieve the data one by one. Okay, so I'm going to use a iterator concept. So iterator also type we have to mention, that is product. I'm going to create an object for that. Okay. By using this array list object, I am calling a method called iterator to retrieve the data one by one. So just import this iterator. By using the array list object, I'm calling a method iterator to retrieve the data one by one. So that's why I have created a object ITR for that. Okay. Next, we will check while iterator dot has next. Here we were checking like while rs dot next means if any data value is present or not, we have to check, right? It returns a Boolean value. So similar way, we have to check while iterator dot has next means if data is there, then fetch the particular data one by one. So for that we have itr dot next. Okay, and whatever the row or the value we have fetched, it should be stored in a variable called of the type product, because there only we have a getter method, right? Product p is equal to iterator dot next. Okay, to retrieve the value one by one, I have used the iterator concept. First, I will check whether the value is data is present or not. For that, I am using iterator dot as next. If it is true, it will come inside and it will fetch one by one the value. Okay, of the type product. Product is a type, right? So there only we have set the value here. Similarly, we have to get the value from that object only. So I have created the object for the class product p, and now I'm going to retrieve the value one by one. And this should be closed after this form. Okay, not there. After that form, we have to, because it should, so this is nothing but similarly a for loop. Iterator concept is nothing but a for loop. How for loop means it will loop right until the data is there. So in the similar way, until the data is there, it will loop. Iterator concept is nothing but like that. You can check it in Google once. So this bracket I have closed here because this is the one data, right? This is one set of data. So this data, we have to loop it until the data is there, until this while value is false, it will be keep on looping, right? So until that, we have to loop it. That's why bracket I have closed here. Got it? Next. Now, all the static data, we will change it into a dynamic. So for that, we have to use the expression tag. See, this doggy.jpg is there, right? So we will change now by using a expression tag image, right? What we have set it here? Set image we have set it here. So what is the getter method for that image? We have get image, right? Get image, we have to, yes. Why it is showing error means where this method is there, we have to use the object, right? Object dot method we have to call. So that's why it was showing error. P dot get image. Okay, whatever the image is setted here in this P object, we have setted an image, right? So that image we have to get it by using a get image method, getter method of the class product. Similarly, in the similar way, we will add other things also. This is called the name, right? So what is the method? Get name. And this is cost, right? Get cost. And this is details. Details. Get details is the method. And I think, yeah, that much only. All the static data now we have converted into the dynamic. So this one set of data is printed. Again, it will loop. Yes, because in the array list, in the database, how many rows are there with the type dog? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, I think. 9. So with the type category dog, we have 8 to 9 set of data. So 9 times it will loop and it will print. It will be printed in this JSP. So 9 times the iterator will be executed. Okay, so I think we have done with the dynamic data now. So we will check whether, and one more thing, like now you can't understand, but I will take it. Input type is equal to hidden. I will take hidden in the sense in the front end in the JSP, you will not see this input field, but this value you can fetch it in the servlet. That's why type is equal to hidden concept is there. So why I'm just passing a ID, name is equal to ID, I will give it. Input type is equal to hidden, name is equal to ID, and value is p dot get ID, because the particular product ID, whatever is there, product ID, whatever is there. So I just no need to print in the front end. Front end, I don't want to show the product ID, but I need it in the servlet whenever we click on add to cart. So that's why I'm just taking it as a type is equal to hidden, and I'm storing the value of ID in the value field. So this name parameter, this by using this ID, I'll take it as PID only. I will fetch this value in the servlet add to cart. Okay, in this add to cart, I need this value, so that we will I will explain you it in the next session. That's why I'm just taking it in a hidden field. We will check now, refresh it. See, now previously only one data was there, right? Now all the data are coming dynamically. See, these images are not fine actually. Yes, that's why it is not coming proper. Wait, I'll just add the same image for all in the database. I will, 1 second. Okay, let me use this same. So just take a proper images, guys. Otherwise the design will be like this. So for first two, let it be like that. So for others, I will just add this target only, so that the design will be perfect to look. Okay, I've replaced in the database. Let me refresh. Yes, I think now it is fine. Since the images width and height, it will vary. So that's why it was not coming good. So now I think it is fine. I'll replace for this also. Just take the proper image. Yes, see, whatever the rows are, how many rows are there in the table products. So we have retrieved all the data. See, you can image I have replaced with the same image name. That's why it is coming same. So, but other information, you just check it. See, information are different, right? See, name is different for all the rows, and amount is also varying. You can check it, and details is also different. Add to cart button is same. Okay, so like this. So like this, we can fetch a data from the table dynamically. So we have fetched the data dynamically for the dog. Okay, similar way, you just add the same code, just copy paste the same code. I will just copy the entire JSP and paste it in cat and also bird, so that it will take the same design. And I'm going to use the product.java class for all the three category, and the method is also same, but only one difference is here. Now category is equal to cat will come when we click on cat.jsp. When you click on bird.jsp, category is equal to bird will come. Okay, we'll check it. Go back. Yes, now click on cat. See, for cat, some other data is coming, right? This was not there for cat actually. Some other data is coming. Fine. Similarly, click on bird. See, for bird also, some other data is coming. This design is varying because of the image sizes. Okay. You just check it out. See the parameter bird is coming. When I click on bird, when I click on cat, cat is coming. And when I click on dog, dog is coming. So in a similar way, you can use the same logic for other concepts also, wherever JSPs, wherever you want the different category data dynamically. Okay. So fine. So in the similar way, like no need to create the like all the three JSP separately. You can use a single JSP only. Anyhow, we are passing the different format, right? 1 second, I'll show you. So I'm going to use the same doc.jsp only. One JSP only I'm using, but parameters are different, right? That's why. Okay, I will click on doc. See, for doc, this data is coming. JSP is same, doc.jsp only, but parameter names are different, right? Doc, this data is there. Similarly, for cat, see, I have used the same JSP, doc.jsp, but the category is different. So like this also you can do. This is the, actually, this is the good way of writing the code. See, doc.jsp, animal is equal to bird. Got it? So that's why. Now, let me delete that. Cat and bird JSP is not required. Let me delete it. Since I have used single JSP for all the three categories, because here I'm passing, right? Here I'm passing the parameter animal. So single JSP is sufficient. So based on this category, so I'm going to fetch the data and print it on this JSP. So this is all about the dynamically fetching of data from the DB. So in the next session, so you guys will learn add to cart concept. Means on clicking add to cart, how the data will be inserted into the cart table. So we will just see in the next session. So thank you. Hope you guys have understood this concept. So if you want the questions related to any interview, so you can follow Karthik sir on Sukshmas, where there you can get the questions, more questions, interview questions and other technical stuff. So in the questions, e-notes and MCQ section, you can check it out. So by following the Karthik sir's account. So one more thing, like if you want to become a Beyond Knowing mentor, so just read the instructions carefully and you can become a Beyond Knowing mentor. Click on Beyond Knowing, click on details, go to the BK mentors, and here we have some factors. So if you satisfy this criteria, you will become a Beyond Knowing mentor. So the benefit of this is you can earn, like you can get a scholarship up to ₹5,000 monthly. So if you satisfy these conditions, so you will become a Beyond Knowing mentor. So you can read out this mentor's policy also. Thank you.